I am Amy Honey, and welcome to What in the World?
News break! What in the world?
I'm Amy Honey at the Honeys.
Jamie Honey at Event Speaker.
I'm IJ Maha at Steam Cafe. How's it going?
Okay, so we are bringing each other news stories from around the world. Today is November 4th, and we're going to start with our first news story. I'll start.
Okay.
And
See who's got the weird... There's just weird stuff that happens all over the world, all the time. And so yeah, we're going to surprise each other with what we discovered.
Okay, so there's a guy named Leland Gifford, and he's from Cleveland County, North Carolina, and you can't look at my screen because
okay.
I want to surprise you with the story.
Okay.
So he decided to booby trap his own house
Right.
to protect his drugs.
Like legal or illegal?
Illegal. Like, things can never go wrong,
So
right?
this is in Ohio.
It's in North Carolina.
Okay.
Cleveland County, North Carolina.
Cleveland
The other
County.
Cleveland.
The other Cleveland. Okay, so
But they
both
said-
gorgeous. Both gorgeous.
Great places, great places. Apparently he had like kind of woods outside of his house, so when the police showed up, they thought they were showing up for a domestic violence call. But what they found was fish hooks attached to fishing lines to catch intruders, and what the guy said, what Leland Gifford said, was that it would catch intruders in the eyes, these fish hooks,
Sure.
like on these fishing lines.
Ugh,
Yeah.
psycho.
Yeah. There's
Really scary.
there's a movie, you guys can pull it up, came out a few years ago. It's a series of movies called The Collector. And I believe they actually did that to
Ew!
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Anyway,
Great,
well,
great movies. Great horror movies.
So now here's the shocker. Spoiler alert. They found meth. The police found meth as
Right.
well as all these booby traps.
Okay.
And he was apparently building a 25-foot bunker on his property. You know, there's always a bunker, right? There's always a bunker.
Right.
So apparently, he also had guns tied to strings. So if you opened doors, that the gun would go off, like automatically it would pull the trigger. Okay.
Like Wile E. Coyote style.
Like Wile E. Coyote, yes.
Right.
So at 11:30 a.m. on October 15th, he went into his backyard to feed the squirrels.
Gotcha.
And the booby trap went off and he shot his own arm off.
That's funny.
So a guy shot himself
Yeah, basically that's what
because
happened.
of his booby traps.
But what I found was that he booby trapped and he like stepped into his own booby trap. Like, wouldn't you know it was there?
Right.
You know?
You sound very paranoid.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I mean, if he had meth and stuff on it, but you know, but his neighbors.
He had meth on the hooks. You think?
I don't think they were on the
Do you
hooks.
think he was feeding meth to the squirrels? What was that? What was going on there? Like, I like how he has total disregard for his own personal safety and others, but yet squirrels. I mean, they're.
He's gotta
If
feed
you
the
gave
squirrels.
meth to the squirrels, wouldn't they become paranoid squirrels? And then they'd be running like, "Oh my God, are you looking at my nuts? Are you looking at my nuts? They're my nuts!"
There was definitely a nut joke coming.
There was a nut joke.
Paranoid squirrel! Oh my God!
Come on, dude, for fun. And
A nut is coming.
anyway, so here's another thing. So apparently, according to the news sources, his neighbors refused to comment on camera.
Right. Right.
They possibly could be in a very paranoid location. I don't know.
Okay.
The property looked beautiful. The guy looked a little. Anyway, so that is my news story.
That's your story.
That's my news story.
So
A drug addict shot himself
right.
Basically.
So-
Well, it was the booby trapping.
from a booby trap.
So help me out. I don't know if you know this
I
information.
just wanted to be able to say booby trap.
Yeah, a booby trap is like one of those girls you spend a lot of money on and they got breast implants. That's a booby trap.
I thought a booby was a bird.
Booby
There is a
was
booby
also a bird. It's got there's the blue-footed booby.
The blue for so
They actually nest on the ground.
right, because
They're a
terrestrial bird.
they're a seagoing bird.
Very good. Okay.
Okay, who's got the who?
No. Wait. Well, I want to dial it back, young lady. I know you seem pretty hopped up.
I'm ready to go.
My story's better.
Who called? Who called the paramedics or the police? Did he call? Like,
You know what? I don't know that. I have
'Cause,
so
like-
many questions.
Because like you would think that, like if he was like he would like go to the hospital. He was like go to his house because he had guns, hooks, and meth laid around.
I believe he was the one that called, but
okay.
what the news story said was that when the police showed up, they arrested him.
Right.
They arrested him.
Yeah.
Even though he's armless.
Let that sink in.
Okay, I got a morbid
I
one.
should not laugh at this because.
Oh yeah, here we go. Would you
Okay.
get a load of this?
Okay. Wait, are you going to bring us in again with the news?
OMG news break.
What in the world?
What in the world?
So what is that? What in the world? So it's what we what WITW? Is that
Yeah.
the acronym?
Whitworth.
With. What in the world? With.
No,
No.
world is
Oh,
spelled with a
W.
W.
Not an F. What the?
An H.
What the F?
We need an H. So it's with.
That's no. You
It's
can't.
so much easier to
What?
say.
What in the heck?
What in the heck? I like what in the world.
Yeah,
Okay.
What in the world? Anyway, so
Bring us in, Jamie.
a New York family discovered a skeleton under their house. So these two brothers bought it.
I'm out. I'm out on
Bought a
that
house.
story.
They bought their house from their mother,
Okay.
and
Two brothers?
two brothers, like
Okay.
brothers.
two brothers. They bought the house when their mother passed away, so they bought the house. And there were some problems with the foundations. And the sister felt that there were funny vibes, so she got a psychic in, and the psychic said there was an entity in the house. So they did some radar. And they found a skeletal remain 5 feet under the basement.
What?
And they believe it's their dad that went missing 61 years ago.
What?
61.
So do they think the mom?
Oh no, 51, 57.
Do they think the mom?
They don't know. A New York family says they've found human bones beneath their basement, and they believe the remains are those of their patriarch, their dad, who disappeared half a century ago. Stephen Corral, 61, and his brother Michael Corral, 57, said their family had tried just about everything to find out what happened to dear old dad, George, who disappeared in 1961. The missing man's wife, Dorothy, who died in 1998, had told her children that, he just went out and just never came back. Yeah.
I should not laugh, but
What a discovery!
I'm like
50 years later, it's like, hang on, Mum might have been lying.
And then what did he do that made her like?
Oh, so he's
it's
guilty.
always his fault.
He's guilty.
No, but like where she just decided, you know what? I got to get rid of this guy. I'm gonna bury him. I'm gonna bury him under the house.
When I first heard the news article, I thought the guy was like fixing electrics or something. As like,
Right.
I was like, oh, something happened, and they just never found him. But 5 feet under, there's a lot
was
of
very-
lot of effort.
a lot of sediment there.
That was then a
Sentiment
fun,
or sediment?
Sediment, like layers of sediment to cover you up.
No, I love cinnamon. I love cinnamon toast.
Cinnamon.
Crunch.
Oh, that is just wrong. I wonder, what would you do, if you
Found my dad 5 feet buried. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd been missing for
Since 1961.
So think about that. How much effort? Like Sherlock Holmes says, right? Like deductive reasoning. If you rule out so many possibilities, no matter what is left as a possibility, that has to be one of the possibles, right?
So it has to be like the mom or somebody that knew them.
Or she had to have assistants, right?
Or the mom's boyfriend.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You could go a lot of.
Take paternity tests right now, guys.
Oh, that's good.
But what I love is that the sister summoned paranormal
nailed it.
investigators.
Yeah, no, that's so much street cred now.
Yeah.
Like her entire October for the rest of her life is going to be booked.
Yeah.
Like we gotta, what we should do? We should see if if there's room in the budget for this. If there's room in the budget, we should get that psychic on the phone.
Bring a psychic in.
Well, no, bring this one because she's obviously she's vetted.
She's got some stuff.
She's vetted. She's vetted.
She knows what she's talking about. That was crazy. That's a good story, Jamie.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, IJ, what you got? Jamie,
Well-
you gonna bring him in?
What in the world?
So I'm gonna need some
News break.
I'm gonna need some assistance. So that was lovely.
Okay.
All right, that's. Oh, hey, what's crazy? Did you see that? What just popped up? Did you see that text?
No.
No.
Adam Barlin, Bravo Coin, great to hear from you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, crazy. I just said.
Bravo coin.
I told him to F off, but yet. So
no, you didn't. You would never
Okay,
tell
so
us that.
let's start with a map of India. Joe, can we do that? I'm going to read you a story, but we don't have to read you a story. We can watch this video. Joe, if you could put this up, this video. This is coming. It's a bizarre story of a man who's a snake charmer in India. And you can see from the video here, Joe, if you can place it somewhere. I'm gonna play
Jamie's
it for you.
already out with the snakes.
Yeah, right?
Jamie does not like snakes.
Here's the thing. He's a snake charmer in India. He's just trying to earn a buck. And wouldn't you know it, as he's setting up his gear, a rhesus monkey shows up and snatches his snake and gets out of there. So the guy, because that is his chief source of income, goes after the snake and damn near falls off a building. So we're going to play this.
What?
Let's pause it just for a second, Joe. And while we watch this, you guys can watch it at home. Joe will put the Skype. Oh, it's a stupid commercial. Forget it. All right, so you get to see the video. Jamie, were you able to see it? Were you able to see
He took
it?
his snake?
He just ran. That monkey just ran down the side and just took the guy's snake, and now he's shimmying this wall
Now the man's gone.
to climb up and get the monkey.
If someone takes a snake away from you, you should just count your lucky stars. Be it a monkey or anything else. It's like,
Jamie hates snakes.
get the effing snake away and just
That's
be
his,
grateful.
that's his livelihood, Jamie. What if we took away your? I don't actually know what you do, Jamie. I'll be quite honest. I don't. What if we took away your personality?
If you stole his sushi, then he would be chasing you like this.
Not if I was right at the end of the all-you-can-eat meal.
Okay, so
I wouldn't
once
chase it
I'm
again,
not chasing anyone.
this is a sad, sad story of his means of income. His industrials is taken by a rhesus monkey of all things in India. Amy,
But the monkey is really cute. I gotta, the monkey is much cuter than the snake.
I would be fearful if I chased the monkey. It flung poop at me.
Well, do you know what this guy could do? This is my other story. He could have just gone to Fort Worth, Texas,
Okay.
at the Goodwill store because someone dropped off an albino python.
We'll talk about that on the next episode.
Yes.
The guy that was sorting through the clothes came across a snake.
They donated the snake, or they didn't know.
I don't know whether the snake accidentally got into a pile of clothes and got donated, or whether someone's like, someone else can have fun with this now. I'm done with it.
Jeez, there's a lot of
What the hell?
snakes in the news. We are gonna kill every snake on this plane.
Snakes.
That's what
Actually,
we-
snakes
Oh,
keep
on
away
this
all the
plane.
little small critters around the house, like spiders and all the rest. So, but here's the thing that a lot of people don't know: when there's a really big snake, he has a territory. Now, if you go, oh, big snake, kill the snake, a lot of little snakes will come into that area. And snakes are just as venomous, whether they're small or big.
Actually, more so when they're little because they can't control their poison. So like if you get bit by a baby rattlesnake, they've shown that it's more dangerous than an adult rattlesnake.
But if it's a baby, then its fangs aren't strong enough to pierce the skin.
What was the word you said for
Fangs, pierced, skinned.
Baby.
So here's something about rattlesnakes, and also I think this is pretty funny talking about weird stories about with snakes. So when you're in the wilds in the bush and you do come across snakes, the one thing you do have to know if you
gotta kiss them on the nose.
That's exactly what you do. What you have to do is take their head off if you plan on eating them. And what do you have to do with the head? Do you guys know?
No.
You have to bury the head.
Why?
Because even a dead snake's head can still give enough neurotoxin to kill a person.
Oh yeah. If you
Oh.
accidentally you can walk up to someone and go, paper fools. Oh, you died. Oops, I'm the fool.
Yeah. So necrosis.
Yeah, because it's the pressure. Boom.
And
So
then you would go
if
to
you
jail.
accidentally stepped on that and like, oh, didn't have my shoes on, stepped on the snake head that was decapitated.
Now, I don't know if this is
Yeah.
true or not, but from what I'm told, so you have
I believe.
to
Okay,
bury
okay.
deeply.
I'm gonna have
but-
nightmares, guys.
But also
Why would you bury it deeply?
the head. So because a lot of people who bury the heads are only a
they
couple
bear
inches
too
shallow.
Oh.
They're too shallow because what ends up happening is animals will root for it. So
Yeah.
rooting. So even it's been known for warthogs, dogs, dingoes. So even if you buried it, they'll root them up and they'll die. What's super
Use
crazy?
that F word. 'Cause
Okay.
D2 doesn't
No
like it.
fun. So what's crazy is like you know, the idea is like, well, there's always a campfire, you should throw the snake's head into the campfire. So what's super crazy, my understanding is like, I don't know if it's a wives' tale, someone's got to look this up, is that in some instances people have been temporary and for a long term blinded by
Exploding venom sacs.
Yeah. Like exploding venom sacs and also misting and also what's that thing called when it comes like
Guys,
the vapor.
I am gonna have nightmares tonight.
Yes, that is
Thank you for that.
absolutely. I mean, so let's look it up.
Okay.
I know that's.
Let's wrap
All
this
right.
episode up.
So, who won with the best story?
Oh, there's a winning.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, everything's a competition.
You guys,
life
post
is a
below
competition.
which story you thought was the weirdest.
Okay, quick
Or the most
recap
fun.
in 5 words what your story was about.
Booby Trapped, he shot his own arm off.
Okay. What was my story about? Oh, dead
Mom.
dad under the house. Psychic found them.
Totally, yeah.
Snakes taste good to eat.
But can you imagine? Like, where's dad? Where's dad? He's been there the whole time.
We're going
Don't
back
sell
there again?
the
We're going
idea.
back there?
He's like,
Just
oh, look.
saying.
Yeah, we all,
All right.
I think there's more value in that
Jamie, take us out.
one. That was the news. What in the world?